When we bought this house, it came with this orange shiny parquet flooring that was in good condition, to be fair, but the subfloor was really squeaky, and we had these tiles all throughout. It made the house feel really crammed, and I just knew that eventually we would change it. We had this corner fireplace. It didn't work. It made our layout weird. It had to go. We took it out thinking that the parquet ran all the way to the walls. It didn't. The original plan was, maybe we can reuse these flooring, we'll sand it down. I tried sanding it down, that didn't work. I was like, okay, you know what? Ultimately, this isn't the flooring that I want. Let's just go with something that we really love. I didn't want anything too wide, so anything over 6 inches I believe is like really wide. Or anything really narrow, maybe like 3 inches. That just to me felt trendy. I wanted something brown, something timeless. So I started going and checking out samples. Luxury vinyl plank is affordable, easy to install, and it can get wet. So we ended up going out, originally thinking we were gonna get luxury vinyl plank. Everything was either gray or high variation. You could tell it was printed wood. Being somewhat delusional, I'm like, let me pick what I like so I can show the sales representatives and they can help me find something that's more in line with my vision. Is this like $650?
Yep, $650 for the Chevron, $8 and change for the 2 Mannington vinyls, and $5 for the 12 Oaks herringbone vinyl.
And this one comes in herringbone. So I start picking engineered hardwood or engineered flooring. I pick a couple herringbone options. So it turns out that LVP is more expensive as a product than engineered flooring. I picked this flooring in, I think it was a herringbone or a chevron, and then this happened. I brought it home and I fell in love. But obviously there's a catch. While engineered hardwood in this chevron is cheaper to buy, it's actually more expensive to install. And it's not something that I could install myself. Really excited for this room to be turned into something gorgeous. So today we're taking off this tile on all of this parquet. Eventually we will do these floors, but that's a project for another day. This is what we're moving. So we're gonna go in with our tools, crowbar and hammer, and just chisel away at this. It should be pretty easy. The only part that I'm kind of nervous about are the tiles. I've never removed tile before, but yeah, wish me luck. We went with a company called Floors Direct North. To save on cost, I decided that I would remove our current flooring. We have parquet, I knew I could do, and then my husband said he could do the tile. It came up pretty easily. There was a lot of glue left behind and staples, but I just went in and removed that. I wanted to make sure that the surface was prepped perfectly for the flooring. We knew that there was gonna be a trade-off. One of the benefits of buying a smaller home is that you can actually get finishes that are higher quality. I would rather have a smaller house with finishes that I love than have a bigger house with finishes that feel cheap or break or have to be replaced in 10 years. Like, I'm more willing to pay upfront as long as I don't have to install it again. So this is what it looked like when they were installing the floors, and this is what it looks like now. We ended up going with a regular lay in the front room, which is now our living room, because it was just cheaper. and that worked out really well, although I do have some thoughts on the hardwood, which I'll save for the end. The question that I get asked all the time is, would I recommend this flooring? My answer might surprise you. If I had to get this flooring again, like this style of flooring, I definitely would. But I don't think I would go with this brand. Well, let me say this first. If I were to do the exact flooring again, same brand, I would actually consider going with a different color. I think driftwood is the color that I think I should have gone with. It's more neutral and it has way less variation. But when it comes to the actual flooring itself, the one we have in the living room, it has already scratched, and it hasn't been more than a year that we've had this flooring. So that's been really disappointing. You're probably like, but wait, you still have tile in the kitchen. You are right. We do have plans to remove that tile, but not yet. There are a few factors that need to be in place. That's like a very expensive project. So I initially was thinking that we would take the hardwood floors that are in the living room area, the straight one, and lay it in the kitchen. But seeing how easily it scratches, I'm not convinced. We may end up going with a different tile in the future, but that is a project for another day. We decided to do this in installments. It's a risk, but it's just what's smartest for us in terms of affordability and not stretching ourselves too thin. So in the meantime, I'll be working on other projects. I have the living room to show you, which I'm really excited because there's been a lot of progress. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, then you've kind of seen what I'm talking about, but I have a vlog coming out which will detail more of what's going on in those rooms. So I'm very excited to share that with you. Make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you have any more questions on this topic. All right, I'll talk to you later.